Hi everybody! Today is a video response to Tequila's video, A Witch's Season. And this is a video response for, as a witch, what is your favorite season and why? Do you have a favorite season throughout the year? So to answer that, yes, I love autumn. I don't know how ecstatic I can put out on camera how much I love autumn. I love it when autumn comes around. I have to agree with what Tequila said in her video, to her Witches Season video, because I agree with her. The reasons for why she loves autumn and the reasons for why she hates summer, or at least doesn't dislike summer. I dislike summer as well because of the heat, and the sun usually drains me. I know a lot of people, the sun energizes them, but the sun really drains me. I sunburn easily. Um, I don't like all of the energy going on during summer, just the energy of the sun and the energy of the day and just the energy of everyone being so active. I'm an empath and I don't know, but for some reason when the world is that energetic all the time during the day, it just really it drains my energy and it makes me anxious and I really don't like it. It really makes me I feel tired a lot and I really don't like it. I don't feel myself. And I'm lazy and I'm just lethargic and it's like I just don't feel like myself and I every summer I feel like I waste the summer away because I'm so lethargic, but I think it's just because of the summer heat and the activities going on and everything. Um, but I love autumn. I I wrote a little list for why I love autumn and I'm gonna state those. So, yeah, so the first reason why I love autumn, in no particular order why I love autumn, but I love the weather. I love when the weather changes and it's cool and you get those, um, those, the clouds and it's overcast and it's cool. And I actually really like when it's overcast but still kind of bright, but it's cool and everything is so silent and calm and still. I think it's a mixture of nobody's outside because it's so cold and cool and it's overcast and it looks kind of dreary to people, so I don't think a lot of people go outside. I also think having the cloud cover kind of um, buffers or muffles the sound waves just in the environment. That's a possible indicator, but it's literally so silent. I mean, kids could be playing outside and it's not as loud as it is during summer. Like it's quieter and I love the serenity and the peacefulness that comes with the weather and feeling just so calm and relaxed and connected. I love the weather. I love going outside when it's cool. I prefer to wear jeans and long sleeve shirts. Like I'm wearing one right now because today it's really cool and overcast and cold. It's been like that for the past couple of days, and I'm hoping that this is the turning point to fall. Usually it stays pretty warm around here until like October, but I'm hoping maybe this year fall will come by Maybon, which is next week. Let's hope so. Um, I'm going to be posting this during the week of Maybon, but anyways, let's just hope the weather stays like this. I really love it. The other reason why I love it is because of nature and the trees changing color. I love how, the deciduous trees change color. It's so beautiful. The colors of autumn are my favorite colors. My favorite general colors are green and pink, but my favorite colors for like decorating and clothes to wear and those kinds of colors is green, orange, yellow, red, and brown. But it's like burgundy red, golden yellow, like a burnt orange, a dark brown, a dark green, like dark forest green or like a medium dark green. I love those colors, and that's the kind of colors that are around during autumn, especially with all the decorations and everything. Those are the colors, and I just love it. And the trees are those colors, and the world is those colors, and the earth is those colors, and like the environment around me is the colors and the weather, and it's so amazing. I love it. It to me, it also has kind of a witchy feel to it. Autumn has a witchy feel to it. I don't know if it's the weather or what. I think it's kind of a psychological connection to Halloween, where, you know, during Halloween you'd have those fictional witches movies and things during Halloween. And in like those movies, they would depict the witch living somewhere that's kind of like perpetual autumn where she lives. And um, it's like cooler weather, and it's basically perpetual autumn in the movie where this witch lives. And for me, I kind of associate witchcraft and witches with autumn, I guess because of that pseudo or psychological, you know, idea of what I got when I was a child. But I don't care because I still I love it. I see autumn as a very witchy season. Obviously, also because of Samhain, um, it it obviously there's Samhain during autumn, and I guess Mabon. Um, so you could say, well, that's where the witchcraft comes, and yes, it allows me to practice my witchcraft, but I just feel like autumn is a very witchy time. Maybe it's also because I love autumn, and I'm so happy and connected and myself during autumn that to me it's very witchy and magical. I also love the holidays and the Sabbath. So obviously I love Mabon. Um, but I love Samhain. I love Samhain. But I also love the other American holidays. I love Halloween. I absolutely love Halloween. Halloween's always been my most favorite holiday. And everyone's like, wouldn't Christmas or your birthday be your favorite holiday? It's like, well, your birthday's not a holiday. And no, I love Halloween. So I love Halloween. Everything about Halloween. Everything. I actually like I wish I could go to a haunted house, but they charge now for haunted houses around here and corn mazes and all that. It's like, but I'd rather have like a party. But anyways, usually what I do is I'm at home with my mom and we will watch a bunch of Halloween movies, not scary like blood movies like gore. We watch like kid Halloween, like the Disney Halloween movies, like Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus and Casper and all that. And we they're not all Disney, but we watch, you know, the childhood Halloween movies. And we eat candy and we dress up and we see the trick or treaters and we carve pumpkins and make caramel apples and make our popcorn balls, and it's really fun. Um, so I love the holidays as well. I also love Thanksgiving because it brings family together, and I love cooking. My cat might come into the video in a sec. I love um, all the different types of cooking that you do during autumn. I'd have to say that autumn and winter is my favorite time to cook and bake because of all the different foods and flavors and scents and all of that. Um, I love autumn food, like the squashes and, you know, pumpkins and butternut and acorn squash. I mean, I've made I made a pumpkin. I made pumpkin pie. I made a pumpkin spice pie one year. I think last year I made a butternut squash pie, and the year before that I made an acorn squash pie. Amazing. If you love pumpkin pie, or at least you like squashes, and you know you like squash bakes and stuff, you should try making different squash pies. There's tons of recipes out there. Just pick an edible squash and make a pie out of it. Not every squash that's edible, I think, could be made into a pie. Um, but this year I want to try another squash. I can't really. I know there's some out there. Maybe like the Dolca, is that what it's called? The striped ones? I don't know. I'll have to figure out another squash that I can make a pie out of. I'm so excited. I love the pie. I love the squashes. I love going pumpkin picking and carving pumpkins, and I love harvesting corn and going through corn mazes, and I love going to the farmers markets and seeing all the autumn fruits and vegetables available, the apples and the pears. We have lots of pears around here, and I love it. I love the autumn food more than any other seasonal food. I love autumn food. So during Thanksgiving, I love to make all of those dishes. We don't have as big of family Thanksgivings. We used to have a lot of our family come around and have big family Thanksgivings, but everyone's kind of, you know, moved out and grown up and married and live elsewhere and we don't really come together anymore. I know, I think a couple years ago, we actually had like an international Thanksgiving because I had like a few exchange students that I was teaching English to, and we invited them over for Thanksgiving, and they each made a traditional dish from their country. We had two Koreans and an a British girl, and it was really, really good. I have to say that it was called a Korean pizza, but it was like it was a zucchini pizza, so like zucchini and eggs, flat, that you cook it in a pan. It's really flat. Called it a pizza, and then he topped it with like Korean mayo and like a Korean like orange spicy sauce. Oh my god, it was amazing. The sauce is really what made it. It was amazing. I want to go to like an Asian food store and buy those sauces and make it again. It was freaking amazing. So I love autumn because of the holidays and bringing family together and the food, and I also, love like Thanksgiving and Halloween because it brings the family together. And also around the holiday seasons, kind of starting Halloween, but mainly starting with the American Thanksgiving going through Christmas, everyone's a lot happier. I don't know if people are happier because they're hoping to get gifts and stuff, or they're happy to have family around. I know it can be stressful and some people don't like that. There are a lot of crazies during the holidays, but in my personal family, a lot of people get really, really happy and excited and loving during the holidays, and everyone's just so happy. Like all of the grudges and stuff people have disappear, and everyone's just all happy. I think that also why I love it, because for some reason I have a really strong connection to family. I don't know if it's a past life issue or what, but I really have a yearning to have family. And so when my family broke up because of disputes and grudges and death and moving out and getting their own careers and marrying and all that, good and bad things, uh, the family's not together anymore, and it's sad. I really liked having my family with me, um, and the family holidays. But alas, I may eventually have my own family. I don't know. It'll be in the future. Let's move on. Okay, let's just mark off what I've already talked about. Okay, so yeah, talking about, I guess kind of the last thing to talk about is like flavors and scents and things of the holidays. So yes, that involves cooking and baking, but oh yeah, I also love the spices that you can cook with, like cinnamon and clove and nutmeg and allspice and all those wonderful things. Um, I also love, kind of commercially, I like the different scents that are available, like in potpourri and in candles, and just different scents that different items you can buy that have like those autumn scents. Also the flavors, like going to the store, maybe going to Starbucks, though I know Starbucks has some issues with themselves, but going to the store, going to different places and getting those autumn flavors that are on the menu, like the pumpkin and the pumpkin spice and apple pie and pumpkin pie and spices and cinnamon and clove, and that's all I can think about. Nutmeg, I guess, yeah. There are some pear ones around here, like I said. I like caramel apple and stuff. So, and also like in candy, like there's a lot of the candy corn, different flavors and stuff. So yeah, just the different scents and flavors that come out during autumn. I love it because those are my favorite flavors and my favorite scents. So when autumn comes around and people start producing them again, I'm so excited because I can start buying them again because they're not always available throughout the rest of the season. The last thing that I want to talk about um, with autumn is kind of the connection with family, is the connection of home. To me, having it be cooler weather, I do like to go out in nature when it's cool and walk around and experience nature with the silence and the serenity and solitude and all that. But I also like to stay indoors. If it's like too blustery and windy and stuff, It's nice to stay indoors, have maybe a simmering pot on the stove of apples and cinnamon sticks and cloves, and just have that simmer so it makes the whole house smell amazing, or maybe bake a squash pie in the oven. Um, Decorating the house with all the autumn stuff. I do decorate for Halloween, but after Halloween, I decorate with like the Thanksgiving autumn stuff. I love to have the house decorated because it puts me in that mindset of the season and the holidays, and it makes me feel happy. I guess it kind of takes me away from everyday life, and I like having like the different scented candles burning. Um, Side note, yes, you got to be careful on what kind of candle you buy because some companies use like paraffin and chemicals and stuff and lots of synthetic stuff in their candles. But there are some candle companies that are like eco-friendly, and there also are some that, though they may be slightly synthetic, they're like not all their ingredients are bad and they're better quality, and you know, you gotta like, beggars can't be choosers kind of thing. You gotta choose. Um, But I love the idea of home. So it's like it's cold outside, and like kind of that Christmas song where the weather outside is frightful, but my dear, it's so delightful because we can stay indoors and all that. Um, I just love that it's cold and you can stay inside and you can simmer stuff on the stove and make the whole house smell amazing, and you can just cuddle up with your blanket and the heater or the fireplace, though we don't have one, and you can read a nice book or listen to some music. I know at my grandma's we'll just put on some, like, well, during Christmas time we'll put on Christmas music, but we also have like other music that we'll put on, and we'll just kind of stay indoors and relax in that silence, and be next to the heater and read a nice book and listen to the music, just to kind of relax and get away from mainstream, TV and all that, and just disconnect and enjoy it. Um, Maybe have some tea or some apple cider or some eggnog. Um, I have to say that I also love the beginning of winter. I don't necessarily like the end of winter around here because it gets really cold and really windy and stormy. And it's not snow. If it was like a bunch of snow, I would love that. But it's not. We live in a valley where you get all the coldness of snow without getting the snow. You get all the wind, you get all the weather without the snow. So it's like, oh, come on. So I don't really like that, but I like the December because of Christmas and the holidays. It's my birthday. It's also my boyfriend's birthday in December, and a lot of my family is born in December. Funny enough, my birthday is the same as my grandfather, my father's father. We have the same exact birthday. I guess I can tell you guys. My birthday is December 19th. So, um, and I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say my boyfriend's, but he doesn't want me to talk about stuff on YouTube, so I'm gonna respect his wishes. Um, yeah. So I love autumn for all of those different reasons. I love December because of the holidays and Yule and Christmas and I guess kind of New Year's in a way, and it's really joyful and peace on earth and goodwill to man during Christmas season. The mall is all decorated. There's Christmas carols and Santas and gift giving and all that kind of stuff going on everywhere around here. Everywhere's like that. And it's just like, oh, it's so merry and so happy. Everyone's just, it's not the typical mundane, mainstream capitalism, American social environment. It's Christmas. So, anyways, I love it. So, okay, I guess I'm gonna stop talking. Sorry if it was a long video. It's kind of like a rambling video though. Well, hope you enjoyed. I'm really excited for autumn to be around the corner. Love autumn. And I think, if you want to, you should do a video response to a witch's season and just talk about your season. I love all the seasons. They all have their merit, but autumn's my favorite and summer's my least favorite. But autumn, I love to death. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a good day and a good night. Blessed healing. Bye.